look at this. We've got to look. You know what we're gonna do right now? We're gonna look at the people that support her. Would you look at that? When you start reading the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case in more detail, and you notice yourself start siding with Amber. Exactly. Yep. There we go. 59,000 retweets. And this was a couple of days ago. And I want to put into perspective when this happened, okay? Because this is what it is, right? Shitty personality? Well, yeah. I mean, listen, it is what it is, right? But the brainless people, well, they're just fucking stupid. Complete timeline of the Johnny Depp accusation. Let's look down over here. Excerpt from today's trial live stream. If you ever wonder why you're seeing an overwhelming of pro-Johnny Depp support on social media, or why you can't escape the propaganda on YouTube, no matter how many times you click not interested. Oh, what's this?
Targeted attacks. And so we're kind of like online investigators for celebrities and high-profile figures. Early 2020, we were contacted to look at activity on Twitter, and we were able to determine close to 6,000 fake or inauthentic accounts that were targeting Miss Heard, Amber Heard. Yeah. Definitely the smear campaign. Definitely the coordinated influence campaign.
There's 6,000
really didn't have to be a pro to see it. If you just looked at the tweets and see that, hey, this account within 10 minutes tweeted 30 times or so that Amber Heard is a abuser, Amber Heard is a gold digger, Amber Heard is a slut, and that's all this account is doing. And then you amplify that with dozens of other accounts doing the same exact thing. And it appeared to us that it wasn't just some disgruntled fans, banding together to attack Miss Heard. It was a targeted operation, and it was one of the most sophisticated online targeted attacks we had seen.
What a fucking moron. What an absolute fucking moron. I'm going to completely debunk this. So, number one, obviously these people were hired by Amber Heard, so because of that, they're going to take her side about things. Do any of you find individuals remember back in the New World subreddit drama where there were fake accounts that were posting that New World felt good different, feels good different on the PTR? Does anybody remember this? Anybody else remember this? Come on, yep, let's go, let's remember this. Okay, good, let's see that. Yep, all right. Okay, so the reason why that happens, and actually, you know what? Let's have 2 points of reference before I make my case for why this guy's a fucking moron. And I don't even think he's a fucking moron. I think he's being paid to say this, so he's not a moron, he's just lying. But let's go ahead and look at the second one. The second case is going to be my own YouTube video comments. How many of you guys are YouTube watchers? How many of you guys watch my content on YouTube? Maybe a little bit more than on Twitch. And the truth is, a lot of you do. The majority of my viewership isn't even on Twitch. Mainly, people watch me on YouTube. Twitch is just an afterthought in many cases. And I just basically use Twitch to record the content, and then it really just goes on YouTube. So anyway, you guys all watch on YouTube. How many of you have ever looked down in the comments and you've seen these, we've got to deal with this, you've seen these fucking OnlyFans accounts that post comment after comment after comment, and you might think to yourself, oh, well, maybe this is just a hot OnlyFans girl that's a fan of Asmongold. Psych! There are no girls that watch me. That's not the case. It's a fucking bot. And the way that these bots work is that they do combing mechanisms, and they comb through internet data, and they algorithmically decide what the public or the population is speaking about at that current point in time. And then they take different messages from the population statements about this and then repurpose them and put them on their account instead. So they lift the messages from the other accounts and then they put them on their account. Now, the reason why this happens, on Reddit, the reason why it happens is that you need a certain amount of karma in order to post on different websites, to post on different subreddits, because you have people that might use bots, and so they have different protections for that. Reddit even has protections for that built in, and so does Twitter. So what people that make Twitter bots do is they have these Twitter bots basically comb through an algorithm of the most popular topics and popular statements that were made for the day, and then those fucking accounts make the same statements as if they are making them themselves, and most people is never going to tell the difference. So that's why he's seeing so many of these messages and so many of these fake botted accounts. It's because you can see this with literally anything. So he's just completely wrong. Do you see what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down here? Yeah, people might not know this. I'm an alien, yeah. So obviously, let's look at the no one whisper them, yeah. And so yes, they look at trending topics and then they literally just repeat the exact message verbatim. That's what happens. Are all of these girls bots? I don't think that they're all bots. There's actually some people that are just wrong. And I think here's the difference, is that I'm not saying that they're all bots, but what he's saying is that all of the criticism of Amber Heard, or a large portion of it, is bots. Obviously, it's not all bots. There's 5% of people that are maybe bots, like 10% at the most, right? Everybody else is not. Is there a way to get rid of them? It's always a cat and mouse game. There's nothing else really worth looking at here. Let's read some of the other comments, and yeah, and so this is another person, and we're gonna look at a few other people here. Let's see here. And there, again, these are, people that are looking out of their way, and it's obvious these are the people that are defending, but it's not clear that Depp was a victim of Heard, because he has all the power here, and because we've also heard audio of him being violent and aggressive in her presence and describing her in disgusting misogynistic ways. So we can see here, this is another person who has invented their own fan fiction of what actually happened. These people disregard reality, and they live in their own reality where they have invented these different power dynamic structures and anything like this, as if even Amber Heard knows that's not true. Because if she didn't know that wasn't true, she wouldn't have told Johnny that nobody would believe him. She would have never said that. And you look at these people, right? And this is what I'm saying. These are the people that are defending Amber Heard. This is what it is. You're the same with a different perspective? Yeah, but the difference between me and her is that the evidence agrees with me. So I don't have a problem with people having a bias. I have a problem with people denying reality. I don't care about them having a bias. I've said many times, like, yeah, I've had friends that have been in this situation. I know people have been in this situation. Abso-fucking-lutely. But the difference here is that I'm doing that, and I'm basing that off of evidence and not some prior fucking thing. Remember back whenever other people got abused on Twitch and all those guys got canceled? Was I going and defending them? No, I fucking wasn't. Why was that? Because the accusations were credible in almost all regards. Don't go and try to turn this around on me as if I'm some biased source, okay? I've looked at things as objectively as I possibly can, and there's years of evidence of that. Now, obviously, I'm not always unbiased. I think everybody has a bias, but I make that known so you guys can take that into account whenever you think about what I'm considering and what I'm talking about, and I think that's the most fair thing to do. So let's go ahead and look at a few more of these tweets. Anyway, so we've got this one here. Those videos of him smashing cabinets, language he uses about her, that is domestic abuse, pure and simple. You do not have to strike someone to abuse them. Yeah, you're right, but I think striking someone is also abuse, isn't it? Yeah, and so that's the way it goes. These people look for an excuse to do this, and they actively disregard evidence. They downplay the things that that she did, and then they act like the things that the other people did are all the bad ones. It's all confirmation. Smacking cabinets is abuse. Going around slamming the cabinets and smashing things around is... Like, if this was an everyday thing, then I would definitely think that's abusive, and I think that's really toxic, and she should get away from that, absolutely. But we don't really know why that happened, and for all we know, she could have provoked that into happening by being abusive towards him first, off camera. Like, I have no idea. People also said that was the day he learned that his mom passed away. People also said that was the day he learned that his friends were stealing money from him. I don't really know. I think it just depends. I have no idea. Did his mom die? Yeah, it really doesn't. There's no way to tell. So all I'm really trying to get at here is that it's impossible to be able to be sure about this. And it seems like with all those reasons, you don't even know the context behind him getting angry. And that's really what I'm trying to get at more than anything. So yeah. I pledge $10 million to a children's hospital whenever I win the lottery. Well, hey, look at that. That's Michael Scott's strategy. I like that. You could do some more. It's a pro-Amber subreddit. They're in complete denial. Sure, let's look at it. Why not? We need some good content. Let's see this here. Okay, so again, so this is obviously a picture here. They've got a picture of Bill Cosby. I don't know really what the rest of this stuff is here. Celebrity couples where one is way more successful than the other. What's this here? Kim Kardashian makes shitty joke about, like, this is like, what the fuck? Regarding the Tell the World Johnny clip. Yeah, these are people seeing more pushback against the Johnny Depp propaganda. Johnny Depp, that's right. What a great, I'm definitely going to take somebody seriously who is, like, not using the person's name. What a fucking nutcase. Is unreal. Every YouTube video being recommended to me is pro-Depp. I've never clicked anything related to the trial. You're welcome. And all my real-life friends are defending him with maniacal glee. This is the most insane, most successful psyop I've ever seen. There's definitely evidence that Heard was abusive, but there's more and stronger evidence that Depp was abusive. And yet the internet is in the middle of a month-long frenzy calling her a sociopath and calling him an innocent victim. Well, I don't think he's an innocent victim. I think that he's a victim. Yeah, obviously there are some things that he did wrong, but it was like 95% her and 5% him. So yeah, I think that's about right. Misogyny is wild because the public didn't even get to this level of hate with Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein. Like, what the fuck? Do you know why? What a stupid bitch. I can't believe anybody would say this stupid shit. Do you want to know why nobody cared about Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein? It's because they went to jail. People are mad about Amber Heard because she didn't face repercussions for what she did. If Amber Heard went to jail, people wouldn't feel the same way about her. And also, I'm not seeing anybody supporting. When did we ever see anyone supporting Harvey Weinstein or Jeffrey Epstein? This was never, like, there was never an 80K like tweet about, you know, guys, we need to hear Jeffrey's perspective on this. You know, what if Lolita means something else in a different language and he just likes another language? Like, maybe he just, you know, grew up with someone and, you know, they had that name. Like, we don't really know. Like, well, let's get Jeffrey's perspective on this. Yeah, I guess if we needed that now, we need a Ouija board. But thank God for that. The guy was a piece of shit, and I don't care if he killed himself or not. The world's a better place without him. So let's talk about Harvey Weinstein. The exact same fucking thing. Harvey Weinstein's career was completely fucking ruined. He was absolutely destroyed. He is just, like, he's gone. He's done. He's finished. Why would people have to defend him? It's over. It's the same as, like, Bill Cosby. I think Bill Cosby is a better example, which is kind of fucking funny. Bill Cosby, people fucking hated him too. There were some people defending Bill Cosby, and there's some people defending Amber Heard. I think Bill Cosby is a great parallel to this, because remember whenever Bill Cosby, Kevin Spacey, another one, Kevin Spacey gets accused of being a fucking molester. Oh, guess what? I'm gay now. So it's okay, and I'm trying to make myself a victim at this point. Joe, thanks for the 10,000 bits, man. I fucking appreciate it. Thank you very much. And so, yeah, look at fucking, it's nuts, man. It really is. So look at Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby had his life fucking ruined. There was a handful of morons that tried to defend him, but for the most part, they didn't. They didn't defend him because he was a fucking, he was a fucking rapist. It was obvious he was a fucking rapist. Like, oh, maybe he only, out of the 42 women, maybe he only raped 5 of them. I don't know. That's good enough for me. And so on top of that, there's many of these cases, right? Kevin Spacey, everybody universally disliked them. People were so angry about the Bill Cosby thing. It's awful. This case is a massive win for women's rights. Equality is great. Women can be abusers, not just as well as men. I think that it is, because I think something like this was only bound to happen, because the language and the rhetoric about how, you know, as I said, like that one doctor came in, or sorry, she wasn't a doctor. That one psychologist came in and she was using men and abusers synonymously and women and victims synonymously. I think people have had enough. I think people have just fucking had enough of that. They've had enough. There are girls that have grown up and seen their father abused by their mother. There's men that have been abused by their girlfriends, boys that have been abused by their mothers, and all of these things that have happened, you know, as brother and sister, etc. Like, all of these things have happened, and people are just fucking sick of it. They're fucking sick of it. That's it. People only want equality whenever it's positive. Most people want to have a privilege. They want to have the ability to decide and tell people what's real and what's not. That's what you have to understand, is that a lot of these people don't really care about equality. They care about having the privileges that they feel like other people have. And that's what they want. They want to turn things around, and they want to be in the position of power where they get to dictate reality and they get to tell you what's real. They never cared about equality. That was just one step on the staircase to being in control. That's all it is. And so you see this with this very, very fucking clearly, that a person is getting their story questioned, etc. Here, let me ask you a question. Is that if there was a man up there, if it was the guy, where is it? Do we have a picture of this? If it was this guy right here questioning Amber Heard instead of Camille, how many fucking tweets do you think that you'd see about that, trying to invalidate the entire thing because it's a man saying the same words? That's all there is to it. Yeah, that's what it fucking is, man. And it's about Megapod of Karma. Yeah, and so I think people are fucking sick of that. Absolutely. And so let's look at a few more of these things, and I'll read some of the comments out of here, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this. A lot of morons would have tweeted dumb shit. Exactly. Legit, the reason why she's up there right now. Exactly. And they knew that. Like these people, like these are smart people. They're not like just it's not like they have no idea what they're doing. Post has been locked, of course. Pro-Depp sentiment seems to be so universal. It's honestly making me question my own sanity. Good. Keep doing that. Am I the only one who's wrong? Am I in a QAnon-style delusion where I think I'm the sane one, but I'm not? The propaganda is very successful. Yeah, pretty much. And I think that's a fair thing to ask yourself. It's very fair. Yeah, you should absolutely ask that. Asking questions is the first step towards, I guess you could say enlightenment. Right? The last one is sick as fuck. Because what the fuck did she do to a bakery? Wait, what? A bakery? What the fuck are you talking about? Tone Deaf Bakery sends Amber Heard a severed finger cake and vodka bottle. Yeah, because it's funny. Yeah, she's an abusive bitch. It's funny. Yeah, that's all there is to it. There's no like, oh wow, I can't believe, the humanity, I can't believe they would do such a horrible thing. Of course they would, because it's funny. And fuck her. That's the way it goes. Yeah, the thing is, like, you've got all these pussies trying to tone police the world. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking tired of being told what to do by morons. Fuck them. Just because some oversensitive fucking bitch, some oversensitive baby wants to go around and tell me what I can and can't say, that doesn't mean I have to listen to him. And I think more and more people are realizing that, and thank God for that. Thank God for that. Absolutely. It's annoying, man. I'm sick of being told what I can and can't say. It is bullshit. Especially if it's not like, oh yeah, was it a mean thing to do? Yeah, it was. But who gives a fuck? I thought it was funny. If Robert Evans, Beyond the Bastards, are both singing the same song, I'm believing whatever they say. What? I don't even know who the fuck these people are, so I have no idea. And let's see here. And Notorious Feline with the 25 gifted community subs. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see here. It said something, apparently said something in support of Amber Heard. All right, let's see what this is here. Unproblematic king and queen. Yeah, I've got a really good bit of advice for you. If somebody uses the word problematic, stay away from them. There are a few exceptions, but in general, these are people that like drawing imaginary lines in the sand and tone policing everybody around them for their perceived sensitivities that are usually feigned notions or thinly veiled efforts at controlling what you do around them. That's it. Amber Heard is problematic. That's true. There are many reasons I didn't end up becoming a lawyer. Mostly the fact that I would be very bad at it, and I'm very reliant on my afternoon naps. But not having to shred another woman on the witness stand is a big one. Exactly. Mario, thank you very much to the 10 days community subs. Do you remember what I said is they're defending Amber Heard categorically? They're not defending her because her name's Amber Heard. They're not defending her because, she's an actor. They're defending her because she's a woman. That's it. And it's clowns like this that make it possible. Have you heard the Australian unedited audio? I'm sure I probably have. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that I have. People are trying to label the guy as a Republican too, putting a different side on it. I didn't read the thing, and you know what? I'm not going to. I don't give a fuck about him. I honestly, police should have shot him. It's too bad they didn't. Now we're going to waste a bunch of our fucking money processing this piece of shit through the justice system. Yeah, obviously they shouldn't just shoot people, but I wish there was a situation where it could have happened. He's a piece of trash. He should have died in the dirt. Let's see here. Is Matt Fessel's copy-pasted the New Zealand guy? Yeah, I mean, what a fucking surprise. It was a fucking, a randomized, just a repost. I mean, the guy looked like an Oblivion NPC, so what a surprise he reposted his fucking manifesto, too. Yeah, who cares? Let me look at the rest of this. And, the true eye for an eye, fuck the dude? Yeah, fuck him. It's like, I'm not saying that we should do this all the time, but I would have been glad if it happened. I'll say that. Dying is too good for him? Yeah, it's not about what's good for him or not. It's about what saves us money. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about him. Yeah, it's irrelevant to me. What's fine, what I find really disturbing is that it's not all trial related. I don't know what everybody else is getting, but I'm getting loads of vids in my YouTube recommendations about videos like Johnny being cute with his fans and funniest Johnny quotes, and it's all based on content from years ago. I have never liked Johnny Depp. I'm gonna take my hoodie off. Like, it's like I'm popping off, and so I gotta take my hoodie off because I'm going hard. I'll look over this way. All right, he's heating up. Yeah, I'm building up momentum. Let's go. Let's see it. Pinko Today. I think they're still on sale. I have to look. I think we're just gonna run it until we sell all the rest of them. Oh my god, it's hot. I don't know if we still have that one in stock or not, though. I can't promise that. Anyway, let's look at this. I have never liked Johnny Depp. Even back in the Pirates of the Caribbean days, when everybody loved him and thought his acting was overdone, he had kind of a weasel face. Wow, I too am a caveman who judge people on my preconceptions on how they look. Wow, that's great. He has a weasel face. There you fucking go. Why does YouTube think I'll suddenly be interested in all this fan content? Well, I wonder why. Maybe they're posting trending content. I saw a Johnny Depp being hilarious in court part 5 and it had 40 million views. I truly don't understand what's happening. Well, guess what, Judy? Wake the fuck up. Well, wake the fuck up, open your eyes. You know, those were his worst movies? Yeah, I think that, listen, this has nothing to do with it at all. Let's see if I can find any more of these and if there's any more of these good posts, right? Johnny Depp fans are bombarding his daughter with abusive messages on Instagram for not publicly supporting him during the Amber Heard trial. That's cringe shit. Anybody that does that's a moron. Let me see this, if there's any more of this stuff here. I don't give a fuck. Wait, what is this? Is this all just celebrity gossip? I've never seen this page before. What the fuck? Why can't they just leave this at the fucking, like, oh my god, the worst of the worst. Yeah, it's just nuts, man. I had no idea what this was. I had literally no clue. Let me see if I scroll back up here. And, doing FT on bi-weekly discussion thread. I don't think that's really it. I feel like just in general, this has been a common thing. I'll find the hashtag and we'll look at that stuff, okay? Hashtag I stand with Amber Heard. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see what we've got. And let me scroll down and just make sure that none of these are TOS, and we're gonna just kind of look and read all of these. Okay, I think that all of this is pretty much good. And let's take a look at it. And okay, here we go. All right, so we've got a new trending hashtag. This has been used by at least a dozen of unhinged clowns, and it's called I Stand with Amber Heard. There it is. And so we see I believe them. This is another person who obviously evil women apologist fan account. So wait. Did they get baited by a fucking... Did they get baited by a meme account? I mean, it literally says evil woman apologist. Is this a meme account? It's a bait account? Oh my god. And this is who they're putting up. Oh no. Oh no. Same account? Yeah, it is the same account. Average I... Yeah, true. When a woman records her abuse, she was playing this all along. When a woman doesn't record her abuse, there's no evidence. Well, we're waiting for the first one, Lilith, and whenever we get that, maybe we'll have a conversation. Yeah, and by recording her abuse, I don't mean photoshopping it, because that's clearly what's happened all this time. Yeah, Twitter is mostly bots. Yes, clearly. That's kind of fair, though. No, it's not, because it has nothing to do with it. And I think everybody was waiting to see the evidence. That's what I was. I was waiting to see the evidence that Amber Heard provided, and we looked at it. We did. Lo, thank you very much for the 100 gifted community subs. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we all looked at it. I mean, really. Like, it's just, it's not a surprise at all. Yeah, so I think that's not the case in any regard. And also, it's like, it's one thing to, like, record abuse, and it's another thing to have a conversation where you goad the person into saying something that would incriminate them, right? I mean, it's just like, these things do not exist on a black and white spectrum. Don't pretend to be authoritative to me. It's some damage sense. He knows exactly who has power in the relationship. It angers him that she would even pretend to be in a position of power, authority over him. Yeah, this is, again, another person that's living their world around these, like, weird fucking labels and everything like that. I don't remember anybody I remember, like, yeah, whenever Rihanna came out after Chris Brown beat the shit out of her. And I also want to keep this in mind. Let's contextualize Rihanna getting it's back. No, it's not. No, it's not. What are you talking about? It's not going to be back for another half hour. What are you saying? It's not. Shut the fuck up. So listen. So let's go back over and ban them. Well, yeah, we'll probably Gaslight Andes just get banned. Okay. Yeah, that's why Amber Heard probably will be banned in my chat very fast. So remember back whenever Chris Brown beat the shit out of Rihanna? This was back during a time where I think that it was much more socially acceptable, and it was much more acceptable online, especially, to be very misogynistic towards women. Is this something we can agree on? I feel like it was much more okay to do that. It was much more okay to treat women like shit, call them whores. Yes, everybody is agreeing on this, right? It was a worse time for women online, and I think it was bad, right? After it was bad. And so let's talk about this, right? Even then, were there people that were saying that, you know, we don't know what she did to Chris? Of course there were some people saying this. But everybody unanimously agreed. Chris Brown is a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. We saw the photos. There she is. That's what happened. He's wrong. She got abused. And that was back then. So these people that come up with these ideas here, they don't even remember any of it. They don't remember any of this stuff that's happened, right? It's crazy. I don't know. I don't get it at all. Let me see right here. It was also a well-nourished male. Amber's better than all of us because she's having to defend herself like this and still take Camille seriously. Yeah, that's right. And there are going to be a lot of people like that. Oh, let's watch this. Here we go.
Because I've seen how relentless. I've been avoiding making a video on the Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation because I've seen how relentless the stands have been acting, and I don't want to have to deal with that. But this whole thing has gotten so... The stands have been acting, right? So, like, we obviously have... have you ever considered yourself? You best start believing in stands. You are one. Depraved that I can't not talk about it.
Okay.
Like, this is deeply disturbing behavior.
She has to talk about it.
Right off the bat, I'm going to make it clear that I believe Amber. Full stop.
Why?
I'm not going to debate this, so if you have a problem with that, just take it somewhere else. I'm going to... That's
fine. I do this all the time. I don't debate things at all. But I think at a certain point, like, you should at least have... Like... The things that I don't debate are things that I've already said, this is what I think about it and why. I just don't want to say it again. So she's going to defend Amber Heard, and I think, honestly, Amber Heard should have hired this lady for her fucking, her lawyer. Because at least, I mean, it's hard to argue against that. Imagine she comes up to the stand, she's like, listen, hey, I believe Amber. And I don't want to hear any arguments against it. It is what it is. If you disagree with me, I'm not going to listen to what you said. All right, Judge, that's it. We're done. Cut. Let's go. Let's get this out of the way, man. Yep. It doesn't work in real life. Yeah, but it works in front of a camera. Okay, here we go. Why am I reading Twitter? What do you want me to do instead? Yeah, what do you want me to do instead? You want me to look at something else? Huh? Yeah, we're gonna look at this. You know why I read this stuff? Because I think it's funny. I'm using these people for entertainment. That's why. Here we go.
To be deleting any inflammatory, argumentative, or otherwise unproductive comments. Okay, so statistics show that bisexual women are the demographic most likely to experience intimate partner violence.
That's crazy.
CDC data from 2010 shows that 61% of us will be raped, stalked, or abused in our lifetimes. Compared to straight women, that's almost twice the risk.
Wow.
This case is a poignant example of why this is. Specifically, how biphobic attitudes factor into that abuse, and how
oh, great. People that are, biphobic attitudes. That's right. So now we're into the phobias again. So we're not even a minute into this fucking video. And this is clearly another person who's become radicalized online by reading bullshit. That's what it is. How many men don't report? What's biphobic? Somebody who's afraid of girls that like other girls, or people that are afraid or dislike other people that are bisexual. Right? That's basically it. Yeah, people that like other genders. That's what it is. Source, trust me, bro. Well, sometimes this is true, and I think obviously people that are, gay or sometimes bisexual get treated badly, and I think that there are a lot of cases where this shit has happened, and I've had to deal with it in my community. I've had to talk about it. It's been fucking annoying. That I have people, not even in my community, but just troublemakers that show up here in my comments, and they start talking about how it's bad or whatever. Yeah, and I don't give a fuck about the woman's forehead size. Like, listen, like, stop fucking, like, that's the lead. There's so many dumb things she said. You don't even need to talk about what she looks like. Shut up. Who cares what she looks like?
Stereotypes make it hard for victims to be believed. On the one hand,
yeah, it does. That you're absolutely right. Let's hear this again.
And how stereotypes make it hard for victims to be believed.
They'll never believe you. You're a man. You're absolutely right. And you know what stereotypes are based on? They're based on statistics. And you know what statistics are based on? On an individual level? Usually a generalization. Is it good to generalize somebody by a statistic? No, it's not. I mean, it's so easily disprovable. It's fucking it's just fucking funny, man. She's statistics. Yeah, exactly. A phobia is a fear. I don't really care. Do you really think that the people that say these kinds of things care about what it says in the dictionary? No, of course not. They invent their own definitions for things and then they apply them whenever they seem fit. These people do not care about what's true. This is not relevant. It's not important.
On the one hand, you've got this established pattern of jealousy with Johnny, in which accusations of Amber cheating or flirting with somebody else would often preclude his violence against her. This is something that abusers often do, misconstrue bi women's multigender attraction as indication that we are untrustworthy or prone.
I wish I could overlay this with her meeting up with James Franco in the elevator. Unfortunately, I'm too lazy to do that. But I think that we all see what's going on here. Yes, we all see what's going on. And this is the thing, is these people, what they do is that they never really look at the individual circumstance. They only talk about statistics because, let's be honest, they're right. There are people that face a lot of violence, and women do face a lot of violence by men. As I said, there's the old Chris Brown joke. You always hear about guys complaining about their girlfriends being crazy, but you never hear about girlfriends complaining about their boyfriends being crazy because they're fucking dead. I think that's true. I do. Yeah, absolutely. And we spent all last year talking about this. All last year and the year before, right? That's it. Is this an Amber apologist? One of the many. And we're going to look at them. And that's it. And let's see here. It's first Rocket Man, now James. Yeah, the incident was marriage agreements. In other words, his mom passing away. The lady is ignoring some context. Well, of course she's ignoring context. Why would she want to include context? Why would she include context that makes her argument worse? Why would she possibly do that? All right, let's see here. And I'm going to go ahead and find the rest of this. She didn't even see the trial? Well, I guess she wouldn't need to. Why would she need to see the trial if she already knew Amber Heard was right? What point would that make?
To cheating. And on the other hand, you have the media echoing this narrative quite explicitly. helping Johnny to tap into longtime bisexual stereotypes in order to paint Amber as inherently deceptive from the start. Now, when it comes to the general public's attitude and behavior towards Amber, this is where I think we're seeing a much broader cultural reaction to the Me Too movement as a whole. Because once Johnny's defense team released that statement before the UK trial a few years ago, people immediately jumped at the opportunity to promote their misogynist, anti-victim narrative.
Yes, exactly. So if you think that Amber Heard is, like, how many... Like, basically, if we were trying to make an Exodia with being a delusional, like, fucking... I don't like using the word SJW. I think it's kind of stupid. But, what's really the word for this? Like, I don't know, like, anti-victim, like one of these people, right? Like, this person would have already won the game if they were making an Exodia out of this. Yeah, they would have already fucking won it. Yeah, dumbass. That's basically it. Let's see here. So yeah, she's using all these different terms, and it's like, oh, well, you disagree with her? Well, you're a misogynist. That's clearly what it is. Obviously. Didn't Amber's team try to paint Johnny as a crazy monster? Yes, of course they did. But what you have to understand is that whenever you play into stereotypes that men have, it's okay because it's true. And it's okay because men are in a position of power, so it's acceptable to degrade them and to belittle and to make things up about them because they are in this perceived perspective of power, and so now you can do this. That's what it is. I disagree that the use of statistics is the problem. It's a misrepresentation of statistics. Yeah, exactly. If 70% of the victims are women, then instantly it's 30% of the men that are victims as well. Well, that's very true. And so, yeah, of course that's true. And like, also, I think that every single time that you take a statistic and then you narrow it down and you apply it to an individual, you are, you're doing that person a disservice. You're effectively dehumanizing them by taking all of their personal life and experience and, you know, everything they've done and just like what they've lived through, and you're saying, nope, here's a number that says you're wrong, and that's it. Yeah, you're taking all the information about it. Yeah, it's stereotyping. It's annoying.
The fact that 12 out of 14 of Amber's accusations were found to be substantially true did not matter, because Johnny's defense had provided the conniving, lying, gold-digging, fake abuse victim.
Well, 12 out of 14 have become substantially true. I think we're looking at a goose egg. I think we're looking at 0 out of 14. Yeah, substantially true. And I think that the reason why she's saying that is because that probably is what happened in the UK courts. Am I right about this? Yeah, I don't know this. I'm just guessing. Right. Yes. Okay, I thought so. Right. Listen, I don't know how they do things in the UK. I have no fucking idea, so I can't really speak to that. But it's not like she had different evidence there. It's the same evidence here. Why are people disagreeing with it now? It's obvious. I gotta think being bisexual means you're opening yourself to 2 times as many partners, so stats on average will be doubled. Well, I don't know about that. Like, that's not. I disagree with your reasoning. I think that's a silly conclusion to run to, because you still have the same amount of time in a day and you know, a life. But like, the UK trial was awful. Yeah, and it's also like, who's to say that? Was the UK trial televised? Let me ask you a question. Was the UK trial televised where people could watch the whole thing? No? Well, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? And so, like, here we go. And let's see. No, it wasn't. Yeah, all right. So I think that makes it very evident why Johnny Depp wanted this one televised. Don't you think? You know, like, let's look at this situation, right? Is that Johnny Depp goes to court in the UK, he loses the court case, and now he's suing her in the US, and he wants it televised. And whenever it's televised, the entire world sees how one-sided this is, and they think the opposite. So it would imply that he wanted it televised because he think he got a mistrial in the UK. I think that's what's fair. Absolutely. UK trial was against a newspaper and Amber Heard for different reasoning. I mean, maybe that's the case. I don't really know. From what I heard, the judge was a simp for Amber, even if the judge thinks that she didn't have a fair trial. I don't really care about simping or whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. It depends on what's true and what's not true. There's no simping involved.
That people so desperately wanted. And the result is absolutely grotesque. From people microanalyzing her every move to prove that she's acting, to Depp's offense team attempting—
Which, by the way, I've said many times I'm not really doing. Just to keep you guys in mind. Like, I don't believe in this body language expert bullshit, okay? I think it's fake. How can I know it's fake? It's because it's not used in any court case at all. It's like the same level. I think that a lie detector test is more relevant. And guess what? You can't use those in court either.
To diagnose her with BPD in what is arguably a modern-day attempt at accusing a woman of hysteria, to crazy disinformation campaigns about Amber snorting cocaine on the stand.
I thought that was stupid. I didn't think that she did cocaine. The rest of it, like, I'm definitely on board with, but I thought the idea that Amber Heard was actually snorting cocaine on the stand, that was just an insane— No, she's right. The girl is right here. That yes, people thought Amber Heard literally was on camera in front of millions of people, and she snorted cocaine in the middle of her testimony. There were a lot of people that thought this. I don't know why, but it certainly happened. What's this here? Obviously, influencer bias view, ignoring facts, evidence, and perceived behavior. Nothing disgusts me more than social media influencers with an agenda. This is all part of a larger modern-day targeted neoliberalism towards men. No, it has nothing to do with liberalism at all. All it has to do is a bunch of— there are a lot of people that see this, and I think it's women that see this, and the way that Amber tells her story makes them relive their story. And because of that, they think that Amber is telling the truth because they were telling the truth. I don't think that this is based off of the evidence. I don't think this is based off of any sort of an objective perspective. I think that's what it's based off of. I don't want to talk about, like, every time that you bring in a political a political spectrum into this, you muddy the waters. You make things, like, not as pure as they need to be. Keep it pure, keep it simple, all right? She thought it was menthol, make her eyes water in her testimony? I have no idea.
And worst of all, to grown women lip-syncing to Amber's testimony about being raped, claiming that she's lying since it'd be any woman's fantasy to sleep with Johnny. All of this—
and so I don't think that's why. I don't think anybody has said that. I'm sure some people have said that, but, like, that's not really anything that's crazy or to be unexpected.